Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our world of great stuff. Today is our first podcast in English, and this is our episode 5 mRNA Vaccines Explained. We all know that 2020 has been a crazy year for a lot of reasons, but it also is the year in which humans have developed the fastest vaccine to combat a virus. Before COVID-19 vaccine, the fastest known vaccine development was for the mumps virus, and it took about 4 years for Dr. Hillman and his team to come up with the vaccine for mumps. For any successful vaccine development, it is very important to understand the molecular architecture of a virus. And this task was achieved by Dr. Sai Li, a structural biologist at Tsinghua University in Beijing. He and his team worked on the molecular architecture and used cryogenic electron microscope to obtain the images of the virion. Among the various structural elements of COVID-19 virus, the S protein or the spike protein has always been of interest to researchers and scientists. In March of this year, Dr. Jason McLean, an associate professor of molecular biosciences, helped map the spike protein, and this structural mapping of COVID-2 or COVID-19 virus helped Dr. Romy Amaro, a biochemist at the University of California, San Diego, and her team to come up with the 3D images of the viral. The 3D images showed how COVID-19 virus uses the sugar molecules to hide itself and to attack the cells. The research and hard work of many scientists and researchers helped develop the structural architecture of COVID-19 virus. The virus itself is an RNA virus, and it is believed to have 4 structural proteins known as the spike protein or the S protein, E or the envelope, M or the membrane, N the nucleocapsid. Among all the structural proteins, the S protein or the spike protein has always been an interest to researchers and scientists. The S protein is used by the virus to have the cellular entry, and the subunits of this S protein help with the receptor binding and the membrane fusion. This spike protein is also an important element in mRNA vaccine development. Vaccines in general can be classified into 3 types: inactivated vaccines, nucleic acid vaccines, and vector vaccines. All the 3 types of vaccines are being researched for COVID-19 virus. In inactivated vaccine development, a weakened germ is injected into human body, and the human body responds by developing antibodies to this weakened germ. And this helps in developing the immunity towards a potential germ during the actual infection. An inactivated SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19 vaccine containing aluminum hydroxide is being developed by Sinovac and is being tested at the moment. The main drawback with inactivated vaccines is a possibility of viral infection happening during the antibody formation in the body. Nucleic acid vaccines such as the mRNA vaccine and the DNA vaccines are quite popular for their high potency, rapid development, and cost efficiency. Both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, which are being used right now in the United States of America, are mRNA vaccines. And this is the first time an mRNA vaccine is being used to combat a virus. An mRNA vaccine does not use a live virus. Instead, it shows the cells of our body how to make a protein that initiates an immune response. The messenger RNA or the mRNA simply consists of a set of instructions that are conveyed to the ribosome of the cell via the DNA. These instructions trick the cell into producing a part of the spike protein similar to the virus. This partial spike protein is recognized by our body's immune system and thus antibodies are developed. These antibodies not only fight off the partial protein developed by our cells, they also help against the actual infection that can be caused by the COVID-19 virus. The antibody response achieved by the mRNA vaccine is believed to last for up to 6 months. The vaccine is administered in 2 doses, 3 weeks apart, and the immunity is achieved 1 week after the second dose is administered. As no live virus is used in this vaccine, the mRNA vaccine itself cannot give anybody COVID-19. The success of mRNA vaccine against COVID-19 virus will also pave a way to use mRNA method against many types of cancers and also trigger the body to produce the missing protein in cystic fibrosis patients. The third type of vaccines, called the vector vaccines, are also being researched for COVID-19. Not just vaccines, a lot of therapies are being considered to treat COVID-19 patients. Vaccines should be no reason to drop your guard against COVID-19. Social distancing and wearing a mask are the only two defenses against COVID-19. Although COVID-19 is believed to be a flu-like virus, there are many long haulers of COVID-19. Some are believed to suffer from strokes and some heart disease. COVID-19 virus is known to trigger a condition called hypoxia or low oxygen levels. The hypoxia is known to cause minute blood clots around the lungs or heart. In the beginning of the pandemic, children were somehow considered mysteriously immune to this virus. But this rhetoric changed once children started suffering from a mysterious illness similar to Kawasaki disease. Although researchers and scientists have come a long way in understanding this virus and coming up with a vaccine, there is a lot unknown about this COVID-19 virus. As of now, the only known defense against this virus is social distancing and wearing a mask. Be it the vaccine or the herd immunity or the therapeutics that are being developed around the world, they all will take time to reach a common man like you and me. When the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump, tested positive, he was administered 8 different drugs, including the experimental drug called Regeneron, which is a cocktail of antibodies. Such drugs and such treatment is still not available to a common man. Hence, our only defense at this time is social distancing and wearing a mask. Some of us are fatigued by the pandemic and some are busy with conspiracy theories. But very few of us are involved in solving this humongous problem called COVID-19. The team at World of Great Stuff salutes to all such heroes. Before I sign off for the day, please let me tell you that I am not a doctor and have no experience in medical field. I have only presented the facts from my research about COVID-19 and the research happening around COVID-19. Please take an advice of a qualified doctor before taking any decision about your health or the health of your loved ones. Thank you to all my listeners and please stay safe and a very happy new year to all of you. Thank you.